What's up, guys? On this episode of Fan Film Friday, I'm checking out Friday the 13th 9 Lives by the Skeleton Crew. If you're not familiar, they do a lot of movie reviews including horror and a lot of other films, so head on over and check them out. While you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now, on to the film. This one starts off with Jason walking through a neighborhood in October. These two people are walking into an apartment complex where they're ambushed by Jason. He kills the one guy while the girl runs away. She makes it around the corner, and you'll never guess who's waiting for her. If you guess Jason, well, you guessed right. After a brief opening credits, we're introduced to a family who are visiting the grave of a guy Jason killed 5 years prior. As they mourn, Jason lingers in the background. Then we meet back up with Chris Higgins, who's reading a newspaper at home, and she recalls the events of the third film, stating that Jason won't get her this time. After that, a girl named Jody is by the lake when she gets attacked by Jason. He just randomly is up on a makeshift tree stand. Jody's brother was one of Jason's victims back at Higgins Haven in the third movie. So Jason chases Jody to an abandoned shack. After that, she wakes up and makes it seem like the whole thing was a nightmare. And then suddenly, Jason is at the foot of her bed. But yep, that's a nightmare too. The old Inception routine, huh? She joins her family out in the living room and her mom tells a story of what happened to her brother. Then, they sit around watching Halloween and plan for the Halloween party happening the following day. Not too worried about Jason if he decides to return. The next day, Jody and her family decide to pay a visit to the camp. They wander into a cabin where they find not only Pamela's severed head, but Jody's brother's severed arm as well. As it turns out, there have been a string of random murders at the camp, but the police won't go and investigate. And then this guy, who I'm guessing is Jody's dad, comes up with an idea to tell everyone that an imposter has been the one doing all the murders, not the actual Jason. Why he wants to tell everybody that, I don't know. I guess the family's worried that Jason is still out there somewhere. Then, Jody goes exploring another cabin, and Jason pops back up, this time standing on the roof for some reason. He breaks in and goes after her. I'm guessing that she gets away, because that night at a drive-in, Jody's walking around when Jason catches back up to her and squeezes her eyes out, presumably killing her. While her parents are having a Halloween party back at the house, and this is the craziest dance sequence I've seen in a fan film. It almost rivals the Crispin Glover dance from Part 4. Anyway, one of the group is putting on some makeup when Jason shows up and gives her a new fashion accessory. After that, Jason just starts wrecking people left and right. He tries to kill one of the people, but he gets kicked in the nuts. The dad finds everyone dead except for the brother, and then Jason chases him into the woods where he takes him out with an axe. Back at the house, Jason goes after the lone survivor. She runs into the kitchen where she jams a cleaver into Jason's head, right where the axe wound is. He finally manages to subdue her, but suddenly, the brother walks in and saves her, but he ends up getting killed with a gardening tool. The fight leads to a shed where the final girl surprises Jason with a knife in the neck, taking him out once and for all. Then she gets in a car and drives away. The end. Well, that was a pretty good one. I like how it connects to Friday the 13th Part 3 and the Higgins Haven. It just sucks that Jody got taken out. I thought that she'd be the final girl. What a Shyamalan twist. And Steve, who played Jason, was really good as well. Anyway, head on over to their YouTube channel and check this one out. That does it for this episode of Fan Film Friday. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.